Alright, what's up? This is Jax coming at you here. And today I'm going to show you the process of making the Winexpert's Eclipse Shiraz wine. So let's get started. Okay, so the first step here is to sanitize your bucket and put a ½ gallon of warm water in there. Then we're going to take our pack of bentonite solution, our bentonite powder, sprinkle it in here. And stir it up. What? Okay, make sure you stir up your solution of bentonite really good. Make sure there's no clumps. I just dumped it in there. You might want to try adding it slowly just to make sure that there's no clumps. After we get this stirred up really good, then we're going to add our must to it. After you pour all your must in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another ½ gallon of warm water into the empty must bag. Make sure I get all that must out of this. Alright, I've filled my empty must bag up and added a ½ gallon of water in there and rinsed it out. You just dump the rest of that in there. And that was warm, or this is warm water. Now I'm going to top this bucket off to the 6 gallon mark, which is right in this area right here, with just lukewarm water. And this kit, you make sure that you do exactly 6 gallons. If you do anything less or anything more, it's not going to come out right. It's got to be 6 gallons. Alright, that was 6 gallons exactly. Alright, now we're going to stir pretty vigorously for about 30 seconds. Alright. Now we're going to add the oat powder. And this kit comes with 2 bags. Normally I don't like my wine real oaky, but I'm going to follow the directions. And it gives me 2 bags. Next time I may just do 1 bag. Now this oak is pretty much, it may not all dissolve, but it's pretty much when you rack it, you won't get this oak in your wine. You're just going to get the flavor. And you just basically want to get this under the surface. Alright, the next step is you're going to cut your bag of grapes. Make sure that you cut the bag instead of using the this top here. Don't worry about opening that. Cut the bag. And then make sure you sanitize the mesh, this little mesh piece of cheesecloth that comes with it really good. And then basically what we did is we took the mesh bag and put it over a bowl. And now we're going to squeeze the rest of this in there. Okay, after you've gotten all your smushed grapes there, you're going to tie this up. And you're going to make sure you leave a little bit of space in there so your grapes can move around some. Alright, now we're going to transfer that into the bucket. And just drop it in there. Alright, once you put the grapes in there in the bag, just stir it around just a little bit. Alright, now we're going to take a hydrometer reading. Alright, now we're going to take the hydrometer reading, and it's supposed to read between 1.080 and 1.100. And we are at 1.080 exactly. Alright, now we're just going to sprinkle the yeast on top. We're not going to stir it in, we're just going to sprinkle it on the top. And I took the temperature of this, and it's 72 degrees exactly. That's where we want to be. So now make sure you sanitize your lid. Put the lid on it. Now all we need to do is put the airlock on it. Got it? You ready? Mm-hmm. Alright, airlock going on. Alright, now we'll let this baby ferment. Alright, that's what you want to see. This has been after about 24 hours. As you can see, I don't know if you can see actually, but there's a little red in there where some wine has got up in there. You don't have to worry about that. That just basically means it's kind of bubbled up into the airlock. But like I said, it's fine if you see that. You know, when you get ready to do a stir, then you can clean it out. Otherwise it won't hurt it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top off, and the grapes are probably, the grapes that we put in there in the bag are probably going to have floated to the top. So what we're going to do is just give it a stir real easy, and then put the grapes back at the bottom. Alright, so what we got here is you're going to come in once a day when it's fermenting. It usually takes about 24 hours. And once a day you're going to come in here and you see how our grapes are floating in that bag. We just want to make sure that we push it underneath the surface. Service, not service. Just give it a little stir. Don't stir vigorously. Just give it a little stir. Put that under there. And then put the lid back on it and keep it going. And that's going to be the first stage. And I'm going to do another video on the second stage of this, the second fermentation.